It's because okay, like we're smashing and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 things together, and that's just about it. It's just there's no. But now here's the thing: when the situationship starts, right? You always communicate to the shorty, right? 2 weeks later, after you guys have, I mean, you also know how when the new thing starts, right? There's always the butterflies there. You're expecting their messages, you're expecting their Snapchat. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, after you guys do the date, yeah. It's just like you don't text me like
date?
you
What's a date?
praying together in the evening.
Silliness.
So it's just like it's more of you don't text me like you used to. You don't call me like you used to. I mean,
but that's true. That's true. Every time. Did you only want to pray with me? Is it the only thing you wanted? Now I'm heartbroken.
Well, it's not like what's that saying that normally say? I've forgotten that funny TikTok. It's just a. I mean, would you refuse $1 if you're still a millionaire? I mean,
no.
Exactly. You see, so it's just like it's one of those things where.
I also feel like we've been doing comparisons, yeah. Like go. This girl is this kind of car. We've been comparing stuff to like it's not related at all. I understand that I wouldn't refuse $1 even if I was a millionaire, but that has nothing to do with human relationships. Human relationships are more complex. It's deep. It's just saying.
But you see.
Welcome to Vibes and Chill podcast.
Yet another session.
Yes.
Today again, my lovely host. What's your name?
Lina.
And me as usual, Collins. What are we talking about today? First of all, let's catch up. How's your week been?
My week has been. How was my week? It was alright.
You've been moving too much, huh? You can't even remember your week.
Actually, not. I haven't been moving. This week was pretty chill. Yes. I've been sleeping late. 2 a.m.
You've been at
1 a.m. Why?
Pastime activities, huh?
No, I've been building. I was on the field.
What have you been building? A relationship?
A skyscraper.
Okay. Hopefully it's still like that. Are you not gonna ask how my week was?
How was your week?
Wow.
How was your week? It's because you've been looking so, refreshed. I was like, probably your week has been nice.
How was my week? My week has been interesting.
How interesting?
I mean, my week is usual. Normal wake up, go to work, come back. Routine. Yeah, but there's just been what's been new in my life right now. Nothing that I can think of at the moment. Yeah, but my week has been alright.
Come on.
Yeah, so on this week's episode.
Before you get to your questions, yeah?
Wow. Yeah.
I have something that I was gonna ask, but I was like, content. So the first question, the question was, I already asked this, but let me, for the people.
For the people.
Your wife, keyword wife,
yeah,
and your mom.
Yeah.
They're on a coffee date, and then
you're going coffee date.
Coffee date,
whatever, yeah.
Catching up, whatever. Then you're going to pick them up. Tamam?
Yeah.
Who sits in front?
Well, whoever gets to the door first. I've never seen the big fuss of who sits in front. Okay. But I feel like I think my mom. I feel like my mom really doesn't. It doesn't really matter as long as. Yeah.
Let's say now.
It's one of those.
Yes. Now let's say they all go to the front door. They both want to be in front, and then they look at you and they're like, "Who sits in front?"
Okay, then both of you sit behind. I drive by myself. it's the only logical solution for me to do, because now
why don't you just tell your wife, my wife sits in front, my mom sits behind, because it's your wife. Keyword wife.
I mean, for sure. I mean, and that brings us to the thing of where you need to segregate your mom your relationship with your mom and your
Yes.
relationship with your wife, you know.
That's very true.
I feel like also here's the thing. Once you get married as a lady, you move to the man's house, and now it's not like you're his property, but you're one unit now. You know,
Yes,
it's now
yes.
your family first,
Yes.
and then each other's family
Afterwards.
as a
That's very
backup
true.
in terms of family.
That's very true.
So I mean, I don't know. Thank
I
heavens,
get you.
me. I don't think I can ever experience such a thing because me, my mom really
Your mom is
is. Yeah,
cool.
she's
Your
those
mom
people
is-
of
your
like,
mom
yeah,
is-
man, the car is going the same direction.
Okay. Another question?
Yeah,
I'd say you've been talking to somebody.
yeah.
It's been going smoothly. It's been going nice. You know, butterflies in your stomach. You know that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I saw the chick. I don't want butterflies in my stomach anymore.
And then you know when you're talking, you ask a question,
Mhm.
and the answer that person gives you, it's like
It doesn't stimulate your mind, or
No.
you just like, is this the way you think?
yes, like is this the way you think? And then all of a sudden, drop.
Hmm.
Now, how do you tell that person that you're breaking? Like you're not. It's not like
Like,
you're in
how
a
do you end? How do you
relationship.
end things with them?
Yes, how do you end the conversation? Like, I don't want to continue anything because I don't want to pursue this anymore. If you think like this, there's nothing for me here.
Can I give you an interesting story?
Yes.
I've never said in all of my relationships. I never said we're breaking up. Never have. I never said we're breaking up.
So
Well, you'll call it kind of toxic, but
It's very bad.
you'll just get signs that this relationship is over. I don't know. I think maybe it's a me fault type of thing. I've never like gone to say, yo, hi Lena, yo, I think we need to break up and move on. Nah.
That's so
there's
bad.
there's always, I don't know how
like
to
you
do
move
that.
on, you move on.
I don't move on. You'll just know these signs that I think it's best that the relationship ends. I've never said to a shorty, like I'd give you signs and then you say it and be like, oh, okay, fine. I mean, I'd fight for it for a bit, but I mean,
You'd fight for it, but you're not really fighting for it.
I mean, I mean, you can't just also let it go. But I mean, if it's a situationship, here's the thing. On my previous episode, I talked about situationships. Actually, the most requested topic that I asked my friends to talk about is my friends asked me to talk about is situationships. I feel like people don't do relationships anymore. It's just
Yeah.
situationships out there.
That's bad too. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, people are afraid of commitment, but they want the pleasure that comes with it.
So we're just breaking up. Like, if I want things from a relationship, but I don't want commitment, it's like so I'm gonna go from people to people to people. I'm just hurting myself. We're
well,
damaging ourselves.
I mean, that's why that's the type of generation that we are in right now.
That's
No,
bad. That's very bad. That's why the rate of divorce is so high. We don't want to change. We don't want to grow for the other person. But then again, now and each time something happens, it's the other person's fault.
yeah,
It's your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault.
It's never you two against the problem. It's you
Of
versus
course,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. So
True. True.
I don't know, man. Me,
True.
I'm a for know what I know I'm a lover boy. So I really like to enjoy it, but the streets taught me to be better than that. The streets done show me shege. So I like
They showed you Peppa Abi?
I chop breakfast. So yeah, I mean, I'm not. They showed me paper bag. It's just that nowadays it's just like I mean, situationships are more convenient. It's because like okay, like we're smashing and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 things together, and that's just about it. You know, it's just there's no. But now here's the thing: when the situationship starts, right? You always communicate to the shorty, right? 2 weeks later, after you guys have, I mean, you also know how when the new thing starts, right? There's always the butterflies there. You're expecting their messages, you're expecting their Snapchat. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, after you guys do the deed, it's just like you don't text me
What's
like
the deed?
you
What's a deed?
praying together in the
Ah.
evening.
Silliness.
So it's just like it's more of you don't text me like you used to. You don't call me like you used to. I mean,
But that's true. That's true. It's like every time. Did you only want to pray with me? Is it the only thing you wanted? Now I'm heartbroken.
Well, it's not like what's that saying that normally say? I've forgotten that funny TikTok. It's just a. I mean, would you refuse a dollar if you're still a millionaire? I mean,
No.
exactly. You see, so you get. So it's just like it's one of those things where.
I also feel like we've been doing comparisons, yeah? Like, go, this girl is this kind of car. We've been comparing stuff to, like, it's not related at all. I understand that I wouldn't refuse a dollar even if I was a millionaire, but that has nothing to do with human relationships.
But
Human relationships are more complex. It's deep. It's just saying.
but
Just
you
saying.
see, here's the thing, right? For now, because you put it in a situationship, right? Um, I know this person is like this, and here's the thing: if you're toxic, which I don't know, I'm not toxic. I'm a lover boy. If you're toxic enough, you know which cards to play. But the thing is, you can only play those cards for so long before they get tired of your stuff. Give an example, right? I know this is my situationship partner, for example, right? And they always, I always want to do this, I always want to do that. I'll just be like, yeah, okay, fine. Like, maybe you guys fight, and then they like to do shopping. So I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine. Let me go do some shopping, and then you're back to default settings for another. I know I have another 2-3 weeks period trial before we still have another conversation again. So yeah, so I mean, I've had a past experience where they were like, yeah, I mean, you don't text me like you used to. You don't. I mean, first of all, when you fight or something, for us, it's just like, man, I need my peace. Why are we fighting over things that don't even make sense? If I'm being offensive to you or something like that to you, then yeah, okay, that makes sense. But we're fighting over why you're not texting.
I understand. And it's, I think the act of praying together, yeah, it makes things complicated. It changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, because feelings are involved.
Yes.
Because
Oh, no, it's not always that feelings are involved. It's like, let's say we started talking, da-da-da, it was nice, then we pray together.
yeah,
Yeah? Something is gonna change.
for sure. Yeah.
Probably. Let's say the guy then starts not talking to you that much. Let's say.
I mean, after full 90 minutes match, you need a warm down.
I don't tire. Abi?
Do you not need a warm down? Because you see, here's the thing. Once y'all get intimate like that, right? There's a new level that is unlocked, right? And when that level is unlocked, you wouldn't want to, what is it called? You wouldn't want to, activate more. Because from my understanding, what I know is that once your should like get intimate, like you, how do I put it? You unlock some feelings or some attachment type of way, right? That's why you'd rather go back to your ex than get a new body, for example, right?
You?
You'd rather go back to your ex than get a new body.
I don't know.
I'm giving
Me,
I'm giving an example.
I
I'm
don't
giving
know.
an
I've never
example.
been in that situation.
I mean, I'm not saying out of situation, but I'm saying if you are in the situation, right, you'd rather go back to your ex than
I don't know.
get a new body.
Maybe if the girls are thinking like that, then
I mean, it's something TikTok even says it.
yes.
Everybody says it. Like you'd rather
No.
go back than catch a new body, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm learning.
you're not learning.
I'm learning.
You clearly know this. So yeah. So it's just one of those things where, yeah, you know that. I mean, it's how do I put it?
I understand.
You get me, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. You asked, what's your biggest battle so far?
What is my biggest battle? It's not really comparison.
Comparison to Thief of Joy.
I know. It's like I wanna be at some. I wanna be somewhere in life, but I feel like I'm not doing the work. I'm not putting in the work, tamam, and I blame it on people around me. I'm like, if I didn't have this person maybe in my house, I would be far, But I know that it's just
Excuses.
Such excuses, but this statement that I said, yeah, there's really somebody in my house.
They'll be watching this podcast. Like, is it me? Am I the problem?
Am I the drama?
Am I the
But no,
drama?
it's like it's more me. Cause sometimes I feel like if I'm alone, I do things better, you know. So yeah, that's yes. I'm not where I wanna be. I overthink a lot.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
would
it.
think a lot.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't think it's being not enough. Like, yeah, like, it's always where, like, you're always getting the second hand when it comes to things and stuff like that. So you're just like, is there something wrong with me? Am I? Have you ever watched BoJack, the show BoJack Horseman? Yeah, I got a nickname from BoJack. You really should watch it. It's a series that talks about. It really gives. I feel like this
About life?
animations. Yeah, it's about this horse who goes through depression, but each character unlocks a different personality within the show, and as it goes, it mature. Like, it explains the whole cycle about life. So he was going through depression. He worked on himself. I can't remember what happened in the last part. Did he figure himself? I've not watched the last ones, but yeah. So
I usually watch anime, so I wouldn't know.
you watch anime. Actually, speaking of which, today in the morning, there was a guy. I saw a video which was saying this normal Family Guy and everything versus anime. Anime normally shows how spiritual, not spiritual per se, leadership and
Yes, it boosts you. You wanna,
and then this other shows just shows how this guy is sitting in the house, being lazy, fighting with the wife.
yeah.
It was an interesting take. You get to learn new things every other day. But yeah, so not being enough. But I mean, these things is just working on your what is it called, on your self esteem and everything. But I mean,
Yeah, I also think that when going through some things, we have to pick very carefully, like what we're consuming, as in like the shows that we're watching, the things that we're listening to. Because if I'm depressed and I'm, for example, watching BoJack, which I have no idea, I have no idea what it's about, yeah. But it's like, watch something that boosts you, even if you're not feeling like it. I feel like the more you consume it, the more
it eats you. But do you get, for example, like BoJack went through it? So I mean, do you feel like
I've
you'd
seen
relate?
the horse. He has a sad face.
I mean, but he went through it. Like, he went through it. He fought the pills. He fought the addiction. He fought the alcoholism and everything. Which brings me to the same question on alcoholism. I've forgotten my train of thought. But anyway, it's fine. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so but anyway, basically he fought through it, and then he made it in the end eventually, if I'm not wrong. But I mean, it's a really good show, so yeah.
Is it long?
I mean, it has 6 episodes and I think a couple of
That's okay.
yeah.
6 episodes or 6 seasons?
6 seasons, sorry, 6 seasons, and then with different episodes. Next question. What's the most important thing you learned from your last heartbreak?
I've never been heartbroken.
Why the hell you lie?
No, I've never been heartbroken. But a friend of mine, yeah. I was looking at
I like how people always use a friend of mine.
a friend of mine, yeah.
A third party.
I looked at her relationship from close, yeah. What I've learned is, once trust is broken, you leave immediately. Sometimes don't try to make it work, because based on maybe it can, I don't know, maybe it can come back,
You still have the nostalgia there, you still have the feeling there.
Yes, because afterwards, from my point of view, it's not worth it. Second thing is, get to know the person, like, like an interview. Both of you guys, like interview, like, how do you see this, that way. And if you see something that you do not like, come out. Do not waste your time.
That's interesting. We are from 2 different regions, right? Here's the thing. Okay, when you said when trust is broken, come out, right? Do you believe in, if you break up with your partner, right, and then you all both grow and you give it another chance, do you think it can work?
Yes.
Where you go and you work on yourself,
Yes.
and okay. Because that's.
Yeah, but when at that moment,
But do you think the trust will be built back again?
I believe people can change. So at some
As
point,
zebra never loses its stripes.
we're people, we're not zebras. What is this?
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like they change. People change. So after a couple years,
Couple years.
we meet and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be a whole new person. I'm not the person that I was in 2022. I promise you, I'm not.
Yeah.
So
People change, right?
people change. People
come.
change. We can meet and then get to know each other.
Do you keep contact with your?
No. Higher.
I like how you really.
No, you do not. If you're in contact with your ex, delete number.
If you want to talk to me directly.
No, no, but it's true. If you block, delete everything, move on.
So what happens if you break up on a friendly note? There's those exes where it's just like,
Yeah, true.
it's just like, I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong with the relationship,
Yes.
right? It's just that you've kind of lost it at the moment.
Yeah.
Would you maintain friendship?
No, we can be not enemies, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's not talk.
Not that every day, like once in a
No,
while.
let's not talk. If I need something that I know you can help me with, I'll contact you. If you need something, and you know that I can help you with it, I'll help you. But those nonsense, how are you? Oh, I was wondering how you are. I beg.
I gotta.
If you wanna talk to me directly. If you miss me, just say I miss you, or swallow it.
I want to check if I have my buyback clause.
Huh?
I mean, I want to check if I have my buyback clause. Like, are you accessible or not? Still.
I'm not. I am not. Don't try me. That accessibility, the fact that you can even call me, it's because maybe we'll need something. But if I see you're doing, how are you? I will block. You will lose that.
Like, for example, now, okay, fine. I don't keep contacts with all my exes, but actually, I don't keep. No, I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
don't know?
I don't know. Like, I'm barely on my phone anyway. So,
I believe you.
why she put me in the spot anyway? Yeah, it's just one of those where, like, you talk. It's just where maybe okay, fine. What happens if they come for you and they're like, actually, I've remembered. So what happens if you guys decide to talk again and they're like, oh, by the way, I'm seeing someone new. I think that's one of the reasons why you should always be like, yeah, I mean, if you can't contact it, it's done. Yeah.
So your question is, what happens if?
No, I'm saying what happens. I've forgotten my channel. What you?
I'm sorry. What happens if they're seeing somebody new?
Yeah. What if they tell you I'm seeing somebody new? Like, what?
Then you stop.
You completely cut.
Yes,
Okay,
because
okay.
also you also want to respect their
You gotta respect
relationship.
yourself.
Their relationship.
Yeah, I respect myself. I don't respect.
See?
But I mean, well, of course, if I wish you well, then I wish you well. Then for me, it's just one of those where we're just not gonna. Once somebody has access to you the same way I do, then what's the whole point? It's just like I mean, somebody's he's been there. What other question did I have? What's your? I don't even remember what my other question was. All right, Azama. Time out. Amanda.